Hello, I'm Dawn, and we're gonna get some energy reading going on for Saturn and Venus in a conjunction. And this energy is going to last several days, well into next week. And I want you to be aware of it. So, Venus and Saturn together are on the, ooh, wow. All right, I'm gonna take all of those. Venus and Saturn together um, on the negative side is really getting Venus feeling like she's hemmed in, that she doesn't have enough say in what's going on because Saturn is creating boundaries for her, even though she's in a place of her exaltation in Pisces, right? So let's take a look at what comes out. We have love begins. Um, the positive side of Venus and Saturn is she can take the strictures of Saturn and build something for herself, right? So, unrequited love is the lower vibration. Um, a long-lasting love is the higher vibration. So, throat chakra, being able to speak what matters to you, passion ignited. We have so much energy in Pisces, which is super creative, and Neptune is right there, and Venus will be in conjunction with Neptune as well. And she will be in conjunction with the North Node, faded energies. Venus is a personal planet. She is a benefic. So if you were born at night, she is the one that is the luckiest planet for you. And if you were born during the day, she's the second luckiest planet for you because Jupiter would be the first, right? So, passion ignited, Venus, and sacral chakra. What can you get started? You can have your passion ignited um, with Venus in this area of your chart and having Saturn make those dreams come true. This actually is in my 10th house, and it's a 2.5 year transit with Saturn going through my 10th house of Pisces. And it's work. Saturn is always hard work. But if you do the work at the very end of the Saturn transit, you get rewarded. This is a number 2 card, sacral chakra. What really lights you up? What is your passion? And the universe is going to help you. This I strongly and firmly believe, that we are here in this time, in this unusual time in all of world history, to witness new things taking shape. But there have to be endings before there are new beginnings. And I don't mean that in a negative way, because I know the astrology, and although the astrology doesn't tell you exactly what is going to happen and how it will play out, um, it does give you energies of what's going to be happening. And I don't have any fear about the astrology. Do I think it's going to be work to deal with it? Yes. Do I think there's going to be chaos? Probably. But in a way that I don't feel threatened by. And I think the biggest thing that we can do is stand back and go, you know what? I am going to be an observer to this energy and hold my vibrational level, because that's what's going to move us forward. So let's take a look for these 5 cards that came out. And that's kind of funny because that's about how long this transit's lasting. As strongly as it is for 5 days. So let's take a look at this. Very interesting. Ah, yes. Ace of Wands. Under love begins. New beginnings. These are both signifying ace energy. This would signify like Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands is that spark, maybe that instant attraction. Who knows? On the bottom of the deck, I'm curious. 5 of Swords. and my first thing that came out of my head was, why are you so worried about what other people think? Why are you so worried about what other people think? Okay. Ooh, underneath throat chakra, Empress. Um, Look at how these blend together. Being the divine feminine that the Empress is, and then you have this earth energy here. To me, this is very much about looking at the South Node in Virgo. And we have many, many of us that have Pluto in Virgo, starting in the 60s, there and into the early 70s. There are many, many people who have that placement. And the South Node is going to be affecting that. We are going to be saying, I'm going to release this energy of me feeling like I always have to be the one serving the table instead of sitting at the table. That's very much the energy that's going to be coming out of the South Node. And I think that's important for us to realize. So, what is under Passion Ignited, which is also, it's like brand new starts, brand new starts. This would be like the Ace of Wands energy, Passion Ignited, number one. Let's see what comes out here. The Hierophant, a teacher. One of the things that Saturn and Venus can signify is the help of an older woman, someone that can be a teacher and a guide. What we consider crone energy, what would be the wise woman of the tribe, um, matriarchy. But a lot of times, this can signify an older woman that you go to for advice, because this is very much about um, someone who is in charge, right? And how interesting would it be if it's like, oh, woman, woman in charge of the tribe, of what's going on, of the history, right? Sacral chakra, sacral chakra. Um, to me, that's the place where we get our energy, right? Eight of Cups. What lessons have we learned? To me, the Eight of Cups is very much about the cups have given you great lessons, but now it's time to move on. It's always a card of ascension, really, when you're moving forward and leaving things behind that you've learned from, but they're not in your sphere anymore, right? Okay, what does I'm interested to see this. What does the universe have to say? Moving on to calmer waters. Six of Swords. And I heard someone describing this particular card the other day, and I love the description that this person is in a land in between. And I think that's perfect, because um, we are going to be leaving how we always have thought of things and going into a completely brand new paradigm of what's going to be happening for us. So, moving into calmer waters. I'm going to shuffle a little bit more, and then I think draw out one more set of cards for these five that came out. These five were meant to come out for a reason, and then when I realized, oh, well, of course, this is Venus doesn't usually um, have this strong and this long lasting of um, a conjunction, but she happens to be moving very slowly as she's getting ready to go into her retrograde starting March 1st. So she's already slowing down. So it's a much more focused conjunction, and it will be the same when it's with the North Node and when it's with Neptune. So what cards? Oh, we had a card jump out, the World. There are endings, there are new beginnings, and look at her. I think that this is going to be a great world for the divine feminine. I think there's a lot of divine feminine that have um, Pluto in Virgo that are ready to be the ones to lead that charge. And we would be considered that older energy. I definitely am. 10 of Swords, right? So, throat chakra. Wouldn't it be great if we finally were able to speak our minds, right? Swords can be thoughts. And I feel like, we've come to an ending and of not having a voice. And now I feel like we're going to be able to have a voice. It's a new beginning. Ace of Cups. There are so many aces represented here. So many brand new starts. And this is under, again, Passion Ignited. That would be the Ace of Wands energy. The Hierophant, the Eight of Cups, and the Ace of Cups, right? Moving away to something brand new. There's something brand new coming. No doubts. No doubts. No doubts. No doubts. Oh, these kind of got messed up. That's funny. Because they wanted to. That's what they just told me. Because they wanted to. I'm like, oh, it just got messed up. Okay. This is about making a choice. What choice are you going to make? Sacral chakra. What choice do you want to make? What is for you? What do you want to move towards instead of just standing in place? It's like, what are you waiting for, right? You're caught up in your mind space. And I saw this perfect depiction of this. And I know that Chris Reck, who also has Minopan Tarot, always explains it this way. It's like you're standing in front of a fence that's only 5 feet wide and 8 feet tall, and you're standing in front of a fence. But if you just moved a few feet over, you'd be able to get around it. But the only thing you can see is right in front of you. And you're not looking to the right and you're not looking to the left, finding that there's an easier way to get around this. But it's all in your head that it's difficult. So that is what's going on for those cards. And I want to pull one last card. And I've been favoring the map, Colette Baron Reed's deck, because I feel we're at a crossroads. We're making a new path. We are making a new path. So let's see what this is. Oops. Nope. I just want one. There was two that were kind of there and they didn't flip over. So I was like, okay, fine. So lovely. Okay. So we have, I love these. I'll have to look at both of them because they're just perfect. Golden Palace. It's a number 23 card, right? Number 23 card. See the crescent moon that we are now in, right? Golden Palace. This is so much that Mars energy in Cancer about your home is your palace. Represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. Also emotional fulfillment. The message, self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Things come and go. Knowing what your true value is leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth of who you are with other people. I think us being in our homes during times of there's so much emotional things going on. Mars retrograde in Cancer is a trigger. It's a trigger. It's a personal planet that's a trigger. You have Venus in Pisces. So both of these personal planets are in water. And that makes for very emotional times. So have your safe space where you can cry if you want to, and then take a step back and say, okay, why am I triggered in this way? It's not that it's wrong. It's just that you need to deal with it and learn from it. So what is the other card that came out? Compass. It's a number 50, which the other card added to a 5, and so does this. So I like this, number 50. change. Fives, change. Fives are about change. You can't make this stuff up. As long as you orient your compass, don't you love the back of this? Right there. As long as you orient your compass, the direction of your compass to true north, the direction of your higher power, you will never be lost. You're entering uncharted territories right now and can expect wonderful new experiences. To stay on the highest path of your destiny, you'll need to keep your compass pointed to the true north. Only spirit or a higher power can serve this function. Money, property, prestige, romance, and other material achievements can't help you find your true path. They are simply things you may experience along the journey. Know that spirit is working in your life, so even if you feel lost temporarily, it will be easy to find your way. Have faith and trust. For your compass with spirit as true north will ensure that you'll never be lost, even on a starless night when all seems dark. Right now, we have a great opportunity also in the skies to go out and see Venus and Mars and Jupiter, all out there in the sky. What a treat that is. I feel, well, and Saturn. Saturn is there as well. Saturn and Venus are very near each other in the sky. I think someone had a beautiful picture out the other day, and if you probably go search of that, it was the moon, it was Saturn and Venus all right there, and Mars isn't that far away, and Jupiter is straight up. So quite a show. And all of this message is saying it's not about accumulated prosperity. It's not about things. That's not where the true abundance is. So really look at your own emotional landscape right now and where you want to go and what decision are you going to make. I think all of those are important things. So I will see you soon. Hope you enjoy this transit.